Zeus shot a bolt of lightning into the air and proclaimed, "I am Zeus, king of the gods." Now we all know Zeus, the Greek king of the gods, but how did he get his army and become the ruler of Olympus? Zeus' grandfather Uranus was afraid his children would take his throne, so he enclosed every one of them in the depths of the earth. Yet Zeus' father Cronus defeated Uranus as he was the strongest of the Titans and took the throne from him. He married Rhea and they had 5 children, yet Cronus was scared of his children like his father, so he swallowed all of his children. Rhea, when she gave birth to her 6th child, Zeus hid him. Zeus grew up with the nymphs and when he was older tricked his father to drink wine and mustard, which caused him to disgorge all the 5 brothers and sisters. That is when clash of the Titans and gods begun, with Zeus as their leader. The gods defeated the Titans. The gods then fought the giants of the earth to become the rulers of the world and settled in Olympus.
The 3 stunning and deadly women who have all men on puppet strings. In Greek mythology, there are the 3 sisters of fate, and each of them has amazing powers that control the gods and humans alike. Neither human nor god has the power to influence their judgments or actions, as all 3 sisters sit levels above the gods and man. The first sister is Clotho, and she spins the thread of life. She is the very origin of the creation of life itself. Her thread is spun upon the birth of a person. Lachesis is the second sister, and she allocates every person's fate during their life. She does this by giving people lots or possibilities, and the person themselves chooses their own destiny out of a myriad of possibilities. The last sister, Atropos, the unturning. Atropos is the cutter of the thread of life, and her shears determine how someone will die. The backstabbing thief who stole a godly treasure from the mighty king Zeus. During the battle between the Titans and gods, Prometheus and Epimetheus abandoned their fellow Titans to stand with the gods against the Titans. This helped the gods win the battle, so Zeus gave the 2 brothers an important task to repopulate the world after a great flood and distribute the gods' gifts to the world. Epimetheus created all the animals and Prometheus created man, yet Epimetheus finished all the gifts on the animals. With no gifts left for man, Prometheus gave man the greatest gift of fire, but Zeus saw how it elevated man above all the animals and so took it back. Prometheus then stole the fire from Olympus and gave it back to man. In response, Zeus sent a curse to man, and he then chained up Prometheus where he would have a vulture eat his regenerating liver every day forever as punishment, as Prometheus was immortal. 30 years later, Hercules would then rescue Prometheus. No one alive today knows what happened to him after.
How could the most beautiful and stunning woman ever to be made be the one who brought the most brutal pain and disabling hardships to mankind? After Prometheus gifted man with fire, the most prized of godly gifts, Zeus became jealous and decided to take it from man. Prometheus stole fire back from Olympus and gave it back to man. When Zeus found out, he was furious and devised a plan to debilitate man. He then ordered Hephaestus to create a companion for man from soil and water, and this was woman. Zeus then had each god give her gifts. Athena gave her wisdom, Aphrodite gave her beauty, Hermes cunning, and so the list went on. When it came to Zeus, he gave her an insatiable curiosity. As she was leaving Olympus, he gave her a box telling her not to open it under any circumstances and gifted her to Prometheus' brother Epimetheus. Soon after they were on Earth, Pandora's curse of curiosity got the better of her and she opened the box, releasing all the evils of the world such as hatred, war, death, hunger, and sickness.
How did a beautiful, pure goddess end up living with the terrifying dead in the underworld? There was a goddess named Persephone who was the daughter of Demeter and Zeus. As Persephone grew, so did her beauty, and she was an extremely beautiful woman at her prime. When Hades, the god of the underworld, saw her, he immediately fell in love with her and decided to abduct her. One sunny day, young Persephone was abducted by Hades in his golden chariot. Zeus sent a command to the underworld to release Persephone. Before returning her to Hermes, Hades forced Persephone to eat 6 pomegranate seeds. Hades knew that if someone ate food in the underworld, they could never really escape the world of the dead. Zeus then proposed a compromise. For every seed Persephone had eaten, she would spend a month with Hades. Thus, Persephone would travel to the underworld every 6 months. But after 6 months, Persephone would return and Demeter would be happy again and the earth would blossom once again.